Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody new. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now?
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. That's good. Shift. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Throwing again. Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Take 4.
Running the jet sweep with Ridley, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
Set, ready. Somebody in there. Run.
Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Smith. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 39. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little. That
they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They go back to the ground now with Smith. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Hey, 4 down.
He can run for it, and he will. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tyree Jackson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We go tonight. 180. Watch the pass.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Check 3. Value 3.
From the gun, here's Goff. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
First down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action. It's gone. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. 45 the mic, 45. 80 weapon.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's get it. Football time. 180. I'm here all day. 17. 17. 17. Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey, check Mike 45. Hey, wahoo.
Out of the gun. Gone. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Saints, nothing.
Here we go. 180. Come on, baby.
On third down, here's Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, here's Smith. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Mike 50. I'm coming for you. You mine. Shield. Watch the out. Out. Watch twist.
On third down, Jackson airing it out, looking for Ridley. He's got a man, complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
It's going to be a long game. Mike 50. You must be dreaming. Sponge. It's free. Back. Kill.
A first down carry for Smith. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 13. Shoot. Check. Crunch.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check 24. Check nickel. Hey, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hey, watch the slant.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 24. Check 24. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creeping.
Here's Jackson throwing again. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now gone. And this one caught by Coates.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Ready,
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Play action. Now Jackson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB. And he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Running the jet sweep with Ridley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Smith. He's got room to run past the 20. Take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, 92 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 21-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. Does the big boy have the juice? And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Back to throw, Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jack Doyle, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the draw, this is Smith. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On the ready. He might fit me. We got him. He's coming. We got double up. Neil, watch twins.
Here's Jackson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ortiz. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 39.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Check. 36. Whip.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A give to Smith out of the gun. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Goff. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. As his guys are in for 6, and the Saints get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock. limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Check 31, check 31.
Now Ito Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go now. Henry. Here we go, here we go. Check. Check hot, bro. Go. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, run it.
On second and 11 now. Jackson over the middle, complete. That's Ortiz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check 99, check 99.
Jackson. This one caught by Ridley. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 more yards. That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. Now it's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11.
At the Saints 21-yard line.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. They'll run with Smith. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Falcons on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is third and 10.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Again, it's Smith, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Point after now from Catanzaro. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their... First, they'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Goff now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the Falcons grab it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
On 1st down, Howard. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Falcons on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Smith. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 15-yard line. The Falcons on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they will take a knee here. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Catanzaro's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 5.
Goff now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley, his 2nd sack of the night. Another try after the 1st down sack. Goff, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
3rd and long. It's gone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Let's go, Mike 50. Let's go, D.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Saints' 25-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the early struggles continue.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat black men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
with this round here, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
when it's my time.